Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Thursday, March 26th, 2020. If you are watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. You could do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyandon's mods development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/Otaku Showboat. So, stuff, things. Last time we got Circuit 2s, as well as Blue Science, and have started to scale. I think we're going to be continuing to scale today. I haven't exactly decided what exactly to start with, though, but we're going to just go straight into the game today. Because I did do a few little things off screen between last time and this time. I just decided, hey, I may as well just do a little bit of stuff in terms of just increasing the numbers of a few things here in the mall, particularly. So stuff that I've been working on in the mall, I've just increased off screen. In particular, it's the stuff related to the Circuit 2s directly. Oh, right, and I'm at game speed 1. Let's fix that. I like moving. I like actually being able to move. That sounds wonderful. Like a fantastic idea. So you may notice right here off the bat, I have a few more electronics factories making resistors, resistor 2s, the capacitor 2s, and a couple more on the microchips. It's at ratio ish for the one Circuit 2 factory. Still limited on the microchips. The microchips are being limited by the p-doped silicon. So you may start to understand some of the scaling that I did off screen here. I needed more tinned cables, so I've started making tinned cables. This was being limited by the silicon wafers, so I am attempting to get a few more silicon wafers, but they are being limited at the moment by crushed quartz. So of course you may imagine, oh yeah, I also needed a few more cermet. A bit more cermet was required. Also, a little bit more benzene was required. So I did a few things on the benzene, including medium distillates into benzene, because why the hell not? At this point, extra DDC also making the stuff from coal, water, slurry fuel, and a little bit more production of tailings, and a little bit more on the production of the crushed quartz locally. So yeah, I did this one as well. I did this thing as well. So that feeds one whole classifier, making the 50% chance of crushed quartz. So a whole 0.5 crushed quartz per second out of 20 sand. Just casually 20 sand into half crushed quartz. It is also taking care of my iron oxide situation, so I am getting a bit more iron oxide out of this, just as a side note. And I do need even more crushed quartz. Even more crushed quartz, so I could just take this and paste it a few more times. Or I could just go over and put crushed quartz onto a train and bring it in by train at a much greater scale than what I can achieve out of this, just out of quartz. Or I could just go to a quartz patch, mine the quartz, and be done with it. Which, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Mine the quartz and crush it. What will I do with the stone though? That's a good good. These are good questions. This is good question I've asked myself just now. Um, Void it. Simple. Simple solutions to these things. Also, one other point out of all of this, well, more more on the stuffs clay, but also more on the robots. I have extended my requirements. I needed more Logibots. I needed more Logibots, so I'm getting more Logibots. This is moving again. For a long time I had this on pause. It was not running, making more bots. I am making more bots now. In fact, I am going to make bots until I have 3,000 on the Logibots and until I have about 100 on the Constructo bots. Currently, they're at 100, so this is now done. Will not have any more in the system. Speaking of the Constructo bots, I can technically make Mark II Constructo bots. The beautiful and glorious Mark II Constructo bots. Um, this is totally a thing that I can do right now because I have all of these things. I have all of these things. Um, I cannot do the Mark II Logibots because for some weird reason, Python in his infinite wisdom decided that the Mark II Logibots require super steel rather than stainless steel, and so we would have to go all the way to super steel in order to get our Mark II Logibots. This is fine because honestly, I don't like the look of the Mark II Logibots versus the Mark I's, especially compared to the Mark II construction bots. The Mark II construction bots are shiny and metallic. They're niobium. They're like niobium construction bots, and they're cool. They're fantastic. And the high-tech bots are fine for both versions. They look really cool on the high-tech bots. It's just this Mark II Logibot. It makes no sense. It's not shiny. If it was shiny, it would look better. It would look a little bit better if it was shiny. Or shinier. Similar to the Constructobot. Anyway, getting off track a little bit. That is something I could do, but do I need to is the other part of this. Am I really using the construction bots as it stands? Well, this is a very different base than the off-the-rails playthrough that I had gotten to this point at. So, in the off-the-rails playthrough, I had a huge bot base. My base was a bot base. I didn't have rails in that entire base. So, of course, that meant that I could construct things by having a large pool of construction bots. And it made sense to have all the best construction bots I possibly could at the time. Uh, Now, only the mall is within that network with construction bots, so that only helps if I'm building at the mall. Otherwise, I'm just using my nanobots for building out and about in the rest of the base. So, yeah, that's a thing. One other thing to note, because of course there's always more things to note that I did off screen. One rather important thing is I have taken the plastic. I am now requesting the plastic, and I have reversed this belt on the plastic. Well, why would you do that? Well, it's because I needed more plastic for og food. I needed more plastic for og food than what I've been producing on the bus, so I needed to bring in additional. And now you can see that I have more sufficient quantities of the og food. I have the sufficient quantities again. So now this entire string of ogs, this whole 50 og paddocks are operating fully. What is the Mark II module count? That is a good question. I am very much considering doing the Mark II upgrade on the Augs right now, because there is one thing that I am a little bit lacking on right now, and that is brains. I seem to be lacking a little bit of brain for the neuroprocessors in particular. And I'm realizing right now, just immediately, that there is something I need to do that's very important now that I have actual blue science set up. And that would be to turn off the vat brain. I think it would be really important if this was not on right now and wasn't requesting brains. Yeah, that would be ideal. Is if this was not requesting brains. And if I would give the brains to my bots to handle. Because I need brains for the neuroprocessors down here more so than I need it for the vat brain. Granted, at the moment, I'm probably making more vat brain blue science than I am actual regular science, but I really don't need this right now to operate anymore. Especially since the particular tech I'm working on at the moment is not a blue science tech. It is a pie science tech, though. But yeah, my current bottleneck here is the stainless steel, which gets us closer to the actual work that I will be doing today. I think that the work today is going to start with the cobalt extract. Why the cobalt extract? Because that is what is currently limiting my production of the stainless steel. So that bottleneck on the stainless steel is coming directly from an insufficient quantity of cobalt extract. Okay, I apparently also have Research Center Mark IIs, which is very important to note. I have a Mark II Research Center, a singular Mark II Research Center that I could use somewhere. Probably on the Pi Science, because I have 2 of those, and I could clean some space up by doing that. But I think what I actually want to do is I want to find... I think it's over here. My Augs. And make the Mark II Aug paddocks. Wait, really? I could have made the Mark II Aug paddocks this entire time. Since advanced small parts. Okay, then. Okay. Sure. Fine. I did not realize that this was Circuit 1s rather than 2s. I think Mark II and my brain goes straight to needing Circuit 2s. Needing Circuit 2s. Oh yeah, I've also changed the paste settings to request times 10 rather than times 3. Just one of those smaller changes in the mod settings. I have the mod additional paste settings, and that lets me tell the game how much I want requested at any given time. So, as it turns out, Augs Mark II are nice. They are kind. in that they require only the Circuit 1s. What about the Ulrich? Because I'm pretty sure I have the access to the Mark II Ulrich. This one is Circuit 2s and latex and nanoprocessors. I will go ahead and start making these as well. Granted, it will be locked by my ability to produce the Circuit 2s, and I need to be very careful what I have requesting Circuit 2s, because the more things I have requesting Circuit 2s, the fewer end up going to my blue science until everything else starts to back up and fill up, and that was a bit of an issue in the Off the Rails series, if you remember, when I set up my bot-based mall in that series, and I decided, hey, let's have everything make Mark II all at the same time. That didn't go so well. That did not end up going very well. So I'm just going to let this accrue, I think. Also, that's an important thing. Yeah, that would be important to speed this process up. It's still going to be rather slow until I get more stack inserter stuff. Any hoozle. You may also notice I have red. Red. We're red now. We're red now on all the stuff because you know, I have a chest of red belts. A chest of red belts available to me at the moment. So we are at red now. Doing all of the reds. So, Crawdad. I need to now prepare for stuff and things. You down to there. I need some inventory space. Yes, reds! Glorious reds! I'm actually using red belts. You may have noticed I am actually using the red belts right here. Right here. And you know what? It's actually required right here because this 8 Mark I sand extractors gives 20 units per second of sand. That's a little bit higher than 15, so the red is actually required here to feed this classifier that's requesting, you know, 20 units per second of sand. Granted, I can go Mark II now, and that would require 40 of sand. And upgrading these, assuming that it goes crafting speed 1 to 2 on both of these, that would be a little bit more than a red belt can handle. Just a little bit more than one red belt can handle. So that would be a little bit of stuff I would need to fix. So, the issue up at my stuffs, here, this Cobalt extract is being limited not by the mixed ores, it's being limited by the cyanic acid being thrown at this problem. This is being limited by the cyanic acid. So I need more cyanic acid up there. And at the moment, I'm making it out of tholins. And I'm going to continue making it out of tholins. This can die in a fire. And so can this one. Technically. Yeah. This is not value. So just for reference, this is not not valuable. It's an interesting concept, but not at 50 cyanic out. Not at 50 cyanic out. this ratio ammonia to cyanic, well, especially now methane. Methane is moondrops. You can think of this as moondrops. So with the new creature mechanics, the new plant mechanics with moondrops, and you're spending coal on top of that, it's like, okay, if I want 50 cyanic per second, I'm spending 20 coal per second. So blue belts require special small parts. Because questions, what's needed for the blue belts? Blue belts need special small parts, which is super steel. Uh, and super alloy. So you need the super steel and the super alloy for these. So you need a source of helium. You need a source of helium and vanadium, in particular, and you have to build up cobalt processing through oxide, and have a source of fuel rods. Uh, Technically speaking, I can do all of these things right now. Right now, I can get all of these things. Uh, well, not like right now. I need to pick up a couple of techs to do this. Because I would like to do the gas bladder helium, actually. Hello, Ave. Welcome. I'm looking at what's ahead a little bit. So I need to like pick up apparently vanadium processing as a tech to actually really make vanadium. So yeah, vanadium. Oh, I'm doing fine right now. I just need more coffee. I'm tired. I'm tired lately. Tired from not really working, I guess. The soothingness of Animal Crossing New Horizons has gotten to me, I think. It's such a soothing game. Such a very soothing game, Animal Crossing. So, cyanic is the issue on the stuffs. Oh god. Oh god. No. No, stop. Stop. Escape. Escape. Let me out. There we go. Speaking of Animal Crossing New Horizons, today is not going to be that great of a progress day for me in that game, because today is the day that my uh whatever the heck they call it, the resident services building is being built. So I don't have access to the machine to spend my Nook miles today, which sucks, because that means I can't go out and I can't do the mystery islands at all. So, little bit sad. That's less to do in the evening. There is still plenty to do on the actual island itself over the course of the day today. I also can't, like, store money today, so I have to put my excess bells, like, on the ground in my house temporarily. And I can't, like, pay off the home loan for bells. I've gotten to the point where I have the second story to the house, and I have to pay the 1.25-ish million bells on that. And there's still one more upgrade. There's still one more upgrade in the form of the basement, which is going to be like 2.5 mil. And then all the customization stuff after that, so still progress to be made. Still progress to be made. Oh yes, and there was totally an update to Pyalien Life today, and among the patch notes was something 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 about a Viking. So therefore, here's bold Viking saying that he sees what Pyndon did there on the patch notes. Anyway, hello, welcome. I need. All right, so I have 3 of these. I am apparently in need of 56.25. Hello, hello, Matrix. Welcome. And 168. That's a little bit more than 40. 168.75. That is a little bit more than 40. Also, these produce 6, so I apparently have the mixed ores for this. I need just a bit more. I need 9. I need 75. Oh boy. Step 1. Upgrade the pipes. That is step 1. Step 2. Make 9. How? That's 3. 3. I'll just put them up here. I hope I brought enough atmospheric extractors. Gee, I hope I brought enough extractors. I am very much confruzzled a little bit. Okay. I think that this is accurate. Good thing I don't have biters. Yeah, they produce pollution. So it's a really good thing I do not have biters. Where is it? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Wood. 0. Well, at least Control A selects the whole thing. What else is trash? This. 0. 0. 0. 0. There we go. Also, get rid of that stuff. Must be clean in my inventory. We need clean inventory. Okay, so 75 is how many? Let's also, like, note, again, I can totally mark 2. I can mark 2 if I really need to. So, I have 6. I need 30. You know, just times 5. Just, you know, times 5. So, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 30. Huzzah! Stuff things. Somehow stuff didn't get upgraded. Where is it? You! Da-da! Upgrade. Be multi-purpose. Must have multi-purpose. That powers all that. Good. apply the recipes. And get the Tholins connected. I think that's that? Slowly but surely, this will accrue. Uh-oh. Something's off. Of course. Of course, something is always gonna be off a bit. There. 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 There we go. Now we're good. Kill the things. Kill the trees. Kill all the... Alright. This is why we need to be very careful with the termite bots. For reference, termite bots kill more than just wood. Anything in the cloud gets damaged. I've got plenty of the Mark 1s. They're just Mark 1s. I would be very disappointed if I had killed Mark 2s. Or higher. But as things stand, our new bottleneck is pressured air. About that. I need 168, huh? 9. Alright. Ooh, hello. In case you were wondering why I carry around a bit of landfill, now you know. Now you know exactly why I carry around a landfill. Alright. Da-da-da-da-da. Power! Okay, that has eliminated this bottleneck. What did Immortal Sniper miss? Nothing, really. I mean, I've just removed the initial bottlenecks from the Cobalt extract production. So now I am actually making a whole 1.13 Cobalt extract per second. I should now be making precisely 1.13 per second. As opposed to previously where I was making about a quarter of that. It was like 0.25-ish. So it's like, huh, gee, I wonder why Cobalt Extract is a bottleneck right now. You also missed that my coverage of the stuff that I did off screen. So I did a few things off screen, including getting a little bit more crushed quartz out of this through the power of sand, getting a bit more clay, getting a bit more benzene going, getting a few more cermets going, and a few more of the like resistor 2s and capacitor 2s and microchips set up, and attempting to eliminate the p-dope silicon bottleneck by just it's crushed quartz for the silicon wafers right now. It's the silicon wafers are the issue on these generally. Although it looks like etching solution is now a problem. What? Oh, etching. Oh, etching. Lard. Oh boy. Bottleneck the next. Bottleneck the next. Yes, reds. I have reds. I have transitioned. I am now using reds. I now have reds and I will use them. So lard. Also need lard. One other thing I was thinking about, so I have this line of 73 Ulrich that's just been sitting here this entire time. I've got a steel chest full of Ulrich, and, you know, lots of bone meal happening that I have literally done nothing with this entire time. So, I think it's about time I set up a request on my mall for bone meal and reverse the belt on the bus for the bone meal, or add it. I don't know. Do I even have a thing of the bone meal over here? Probably not. But basically the idea is stop this. Stop Og bone meal. Yeah, I'm not even doing anything with it. Just bring in the stuff for the Ulrich source to kill this off so that my Ogs go to the other stuff. The other stuff. Or we could make Mukmo and not have to worry ever again about lard. We could do the muck boxes. Anyway, so this is moving now. Ideally. Why?